This is Danny Flexon here for SecondsOut. Delighted to be joined once again by Big John Fury. I see my request for you to wear the Santa hat didn't go down too well.
Why would I want a Sandtrack when I've got the best boxing betting odds by free bets gear on that anybody could put on? I'm happy with this. Suits me. Good. And the good guys. Keep your Christmas.
Well,
Christmas and
they'll hopefully put some money in our stocking anyway.
yeah. Good
Good
luck with that
stuff.
one.
Now, John, it's been a very exciting year for you and for your two sons, especially. The rumour mill has been in overtime the last few days. Apparently, Tommy might be close to an exhibition fight with a legend in Roy Jones Jr. What can you tell us about that?
Absolutely nothing because it's not true.
Oh, that's a shame.
Load of crap.
Ah,
A load of crap. It was spoke about the his representatives, his lawyer, as along with Tommy, had a quick conversation that went nowhere. So that's the end of it. Unless they've done something I don't know about, but as far as I know, it's crap.
fair enough.
More clickbait. By the way, I must warn you boys, when you're doing interviews with me, forget the clickbaiting. Because I'm telling you, last time I did interviews, they clickbaited, and let me clarify what they clickbaited. They tried to say that I said my son Tyson was in decline. Now, that's not what I said. I said his training camp was in decline, his training was in decline, and his team was in decline. As a matter of fact, I'll stand by it today. There was non-entities. But Tyson, I never said at any one time he was in decline. You can only do with what you've got round you. And I said he needs to make a lot of adjustments for this next fight. Not he was in decline. There's two different things about a man being in decline and a man's training can be in decline. I was on about his training camp and his training. That is and was in decline. So let's keep it properly. Because the last people that said that, I don't know what they do it for, just for a clickbait, for a view, you know. But, you know, with people like me, I'm an honest man, but people who do that, I'll tell you now, they will not get another video off me in 2024. Any clickbaiting, they're done with me.
Glad to hear it. You won't get any clickbait from us, John. I was reading that story actually before I got on the call.
Yeah, well, that's a load of crap, you know, because I never said at any one time that my son was in decline, because he's not. He's not. It's the people around him ain't up to much. He's getting the slaps on the back, the pats on the back. His training's in decline, and his camp's even in a bigger decline. Well, it's not a camp; it's a circus. It's a slap. It's a backslapping job, and that's what I'm saying. But Tyson is not in decline. He's got plenty of years left in him, but he's got to do what's right, make the adjustments needed for his next fight. But never ever did I say any time that he was in decline, because he's not. It's but rubbish.
All right, well, let's talk a bit more about Tyson in a few minutes. But you said the Tommy and Roy Jones isn't happening at the moment anyway. What is the plan for Tommy going into 2024?
The plan for Tommy is whoever wants to fight Tommy, phone up, let's sit across the table and do a deal and let's get it on. That's anybody. Anybody with note who can bring the numbers, who can bring people to the screen, and they're carrying something, they're carrying weight. Let's talk to them. Let's talk to them. That's the thing for Tommy.
And you've got Jake Paul, who Tommy obviously defeated. He's fighting
Yeah.
this weekend
Yeah.
against another professional boxer, the second one in his
Mm-hmm.
career. Respect for Jake Paul in that he's still fighting, actual boxers.
Absolutely. You know, of course, yeah, full credit. You know, because all boxers, they can all cause you a problem. You know, and if they're trained and put a proper camp in with proper people around them, training them, you know, they're going to do well, aren't they? You know, so yeah, big up to Jake Paul. He's fighting men he can fight. You know, let's just see what he does. And we'll look forward to meeting again somewhere in the future. That's all I can say about that at the minute. But like I say, if Jake Paul want to box Tommy next, that won't be a problem. If anybody out there wanted to box Tommy, what's carrying weight, let's talk. The only man what's not welcome at the table is not a man, is him. What do you call him?
Roy Jones?
No.
No.
KSI.
Ah.
He is not welcome. Not now, not ever. He's done. We don't want to do business with a spitter.
Too much bad blood.
Too much bad blood. He's an ignorant man, and there's no more business, not for $1 trillion with him.
Well, fair
So
enough.
he's out the window. He is not a gentleman. He's a Welsher. I can't say a good thing about him because he hasn't got anything good to say. So what it is, we'll leave him where he belongs,
Fair enough.
in front of his computer, talking to some kids, trying to bamboozle children. That's what he does, isn't it? What does it do? What do they do? Disney channels and all that.
I think doesn't he play video games? Honestly, I don't know much about
Video
that
games,
scene, to be
all kid
honest.
stuff, in it. You know, it's all kid stuff. He's a kid himself. Well, you know what? He's not what he's supposed to be, is he? Because anybody, the true character come out of him, spitting at people like that. And if he'd have been close to me, I'd have been back in jail because I tore his head straight off his body. I would have done for that.
I
Like
believe it.
just say, the man winds me up. There's nothing good about him. I just don't want to talk about him. He's done with the Fury anyway, with Tommy.
Fair enough.
But unless Tommy wants to do something with him without me, that's another ball game. But it would have to be without me, and Tommy ain't going to do that because Tommy knows I've looked after him. Tommy knows, I've helped him a lot, and he knows I know best. And money isn't everything. You've got to carry some amount of pride with your principle, which a lot of the young people today are lacking on. So that's where we are. But maybe when I pop my clogs.
You don't need to talk about that, John. You got a few years left in you yet.
When I pop my clogs and some other gold diggers get hold of him, that's if he's still in the game.
Yeah.
It might be different.
Let's hope that's a long, long way in the future. But
We never know.
what are your Christmas plans, John?
None.
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 You must be doing something.
I'll tell you what I'm doing. I'm getting in me hut, lighting me stove, and having some good food. Home cooked food outside in the cold weather. Me and me dog. And that's as good a Christmas as I can ask for. And you know what? As long as I'm here and breathing and seeing 24, that's a blessing on its own, isn't it?
2024, not age 24.
Well, you don't know. But let me just say one thing to you. Christmas is not what it was. Christmas was about resting up at the end of the year for 2 weeks, having a 2 week rest, having some nice food and recharging your batteries. Now it's about receiving and taking, isn't it? Giving a present to get one back. Oh, and everybody wants all this fancy damn stuff, don't they? Oh, I want a Louis Vuitton bag. I want this. I want that. I want this. I want that. And everybody wants to be a pretend millionaire all of a sudden, don't they? You know what? Keep the money, keep the people, keep your flash job, and keep your plastic Christmases. Because you know what? I quite like Scrooge.
Brilliant.
You had the
Merry
right
Christmas to
idea.
one and all,
It's an
yeah.
excuse to get your pocket picked every 25th of December. But he went a bit too far.
I was looking forward to it, but you've taken it away now, John.
It's a load of shite, and well, you know it. Commercial rubbish.
I can see why you didn't wear the Christmas hat now.
Give you that Christmas hat there. Give it here. Christmas hat. He keeps on about the Christmas hat. Really, this is it. People want to see John Frew look an idiot. Well, I don't mind.
It's a free bets one as well. I love it.
Great. Look at
Branded.
that there.
I expected nothing less. Well, John, however you spend your Christmas, I hope you enjoy it.
Listen, as long as I see 2024, I don't care. A new year's another day. You can only tell people, but like I say, they either listen or they don't listen. But it's up to them, at the end of what I'm saying and what I'm seeing is I've enjoyed everything. I've had a good life. I couldn't ask for no more in life. If I never get another thing, I've had plenty. I'm satisfied and I'm happy in my own skin where I'm at and what I'm doing. And I hope everybody can get to that same place I am at some point in their life. Work to live, not work. Will not live to work. That's that. And Happy New Year to everybody. I thank everybody who supports me and this, that, and the other. All the haters, I love yous too. I hope the haters even have a very, very, very special Christmas and a prosperous and a healthy, happy New Year. That's to the haters. So what about my supporters? I love you as I've never loved before.
That's where Tyson gets the singing from.
There you go. God bless
John,
you.
really
God
appreciate it,
bless you,
mate.
Danny. All
Merry
the best, buddy.
Christmas. Take care.